Good morning. It is Friday morning. It is our breathing test exercise. It's week 8 of our breathing. It's week 9 of our lockdown. Today we're just going to do breathing in all areas. So it'll be sort of breathing, thinking about where our breath comes in. You may notice that we breathe mostly into our chest. We tend to, but we don't tend to fill up the rest of the lungs, and we need to make sure that we're breathing all the way through. Hi, static. Oh, a bit windy out there. We need to make sure that we breathe into the whole of the lungs, into different parts, so that we know where we can and can't breathe. So today I'm going to get you to do a bit of moving. To make sure that you can breathe into different parts of your lungs and you can feel the difference between the two areas. So we're going to start with breathing into the front of the lungs, and we're going to move to help us to get our mind into that area. So you can sit down, you can be on your knees, you can sit on cross legs at the moment. And all I'm going to get you to do is to bring your hands behind, pull your shoulders back and stick your chest out. Now you're going to breathe into the chest. And you'll feel the whole of the chest, the front of the chest stretching. I'm going to do 10. And one last one. So that's breathing into the front of the chest. Now we're going to kind of go into a child position and breathe into our back. So I'm not going to go into a full child position. I'm going to kind of go down, because otherwise you'll lose me. So I'm dropping my head forward. And now I'm going to try and breathe and make the breath come right from the bottom and come up. I'm not going to breathe into the front. Sorry, I should have turned that to silent. Let me just turn that to silent. Otherwise, I will have everybody calling me. That's better. I've joined loads of groups on Facebook, so they're all adding me to death this morning. So we're going to breathe into the back. And as you're breathing in, you should feel the shoulder blades come apart. As you're breathing out, the shoulder blades should feel that they're coming in. So we're breathing, we're thinking right at the base of the spine, trying to breathe in from the bottom. All the way up to the shoulder blades, up to the neck, breathing out. Bringing it all down. So again, we're going to do 10. Close your eyes, try and bring yourself into that area of the body. Think about stretching the lungs at the back. Imagine the breath coming up through the spine. As it gets to the top, it pushes the shoulder blades apart. going to do one more. And then we'll walk back. So that's breathing into the back, and as you have found, it's a lot longer than breathing into the front. We breathe into our back muscles more so, especially when we're sleeping. We tend to breathe into the back rather than the front. So we're going to do it to the side. So we're going to lift. I'm going opposite to you, so I'm going to say left, even though I look like I'm doing right, but listen rather than watch. So we bring our left hand down, we're going to lift our right arm up. We're going to reach over towards the left. You can keep your arm down, put your elbow down if you need to, but you're trying to bring your arm round to the back of your head, so over by your ear. Now you're going to breathe into your right side of your lung. So again, starting from right at the bottom, wherever your rib cage is, that's where your lungs start. So we're going to do 10. We're going to breathe in, trying to fill that right lung up. Breathing out through it as well. Then close your eyes, visualise that area, that lung, that working. And then we're going to bring our arm up, push ourselves up. So as well as that, you'll feel it stretching around that side. The wind is going mad. There's not a bit of breeze coming in here. It's so hot. So let's do our left side. Lift up, take it over, keep it behind. Breathe in from the bottom of the lung. As you're doing it, you'll feel the stretch through the ribs on this side, so the intercostal muscles are stretching as we're breathing in. You may even feel it pulling right into the hip as the skin gets stretched. And I think this is our last one. And bring it back up. So we're going to turn and work diagonally. So again, because I'm turning in one direction, I'll look like I'm the opposite way. So listen rather than watch. We're going to turn towards our right side. So you're going to bring your hand onto your right knee if your legs are crossed, or onto the leg if you want to. You can be sitting up like that and do the same thing. It doesn't really matter. Or on a chair. The other hand goes behind your back. You're stretching up and you're breathing out and you're pulling yourself round to look over towards your right. Now you're going to breathe into the front of your right lung and into the back of your left lung. It sounds really weird. It's as if you're being pulled in a diagonal stretch. But again, close your eyes, think about it, and you will feel that movement. So you're breathing into the right and you're breathing into the back of the left. Now you may find that you start to be able to give a little bit more and maybe able to move round a bit more. And that's just the muscle fibre, that connecting tissues that connect our skin to our muscles and our muscles to our bones. After about sort of 5 breaths, you'll find that they start to relax a little. We still want that diagonal breath. And our last one. And bring it back round to the centre. So you'll also feel it pulling into the shoulders. Hi Alison. So we're going to take it round to the other side. Hi Marigold. We're going to take our hand onto our left leg and I'm bringing our left arm around the back. We're breathing in to stretch ourselves up and then we're going to turn and look over our left. So now we're breathing into the front of the left lung but the back of the right lung. 10 breaths. Front of the left, back of the right. Feel that diagonal breath. Like I said, close the eyes. Just focus on the breathing into them 2 areas. So this is our 5th breath. Does it feel as if we can just give a little bit more of a movement, but still keep that diagonal breathing? Front of the left, back of the right. And our last one. And we're bringing it back round. So we've done it with movement. Now we're going to try to do it without moving, but just bringing our breathing into a certain area. So we're going to start with the front of our chest. We're going to do 5 on each this time. I won't take it into 10. So we're sitting up nice and straight. Chair, anywhere you want. We're just going to breathe into the front of the lungs. So right from the belly, breathing out first. Always start with the breath out. And then bring the breath into the belly, into the chest, but try not to get it into the back and the side, so just into the front of the body. So now we're going to try and keep the front of our body straight, but breathe into the back of our body. So from the base of the spine all the way up. Start with the breath out. Now remember, this is a longer breath in the front. we're going to breathe mainly into our right lung and to the sides. So we're breathing into this side rather than this side. Now there won't be big breaths, they're just tiny ones because it's only half a lung. You can place your hand if you need to. Now we're going to take it into this side. And relax. So now we're going to try and breathe into the front of our right lung, but the back of our left lung, and do a diagonal pull. Now we're going to work the other way. Breathe into the right, the front of the left lung, the back of the right lung. Start off again with a breath out. And relax. So we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths, lift up, breathe out through the mouth. 2 more of these. And our last one. Now, with this playing with the breath, it's always good to do. Try it of a night when you're trying, when you're lying down before you go to sleep. Try playing with the different parts of your lungs. Move onto your side. Move if you need to help you focus on breathing into them areas. But working out about the different areas of the lungs and how we can breathe, the same way we can wiggle our fingers is the same way that we can choose where we breathe into our lungs. It's a lot easier when you're moving because you can then focus, excuse me, a bit better on which way you're twisting. If you're twisting to the side, you can't really breathe into this side. So you have to breathe into there. The same when you're twisted, when you're going forwards or going backwards, you'll find that different positions limit where you can breathe. So if you can, practice it, especially at night when you're in your bed, when it's very quiet. There's not the disturbance of whatever's blowing around in my backyard or kids running around. So do it when you're quiet, when it's nice and relaxed state, and you'll find it works a lot better. It also helps your mind to relax. So any breathing exercises, their main job is to stop you worrying or stressing or having an argument or thinking about an argument you had 2 years ago and it still plays in your head every time you see something, you'll click it back in. So do what you can with your breathing. And tonight is a Zoom class. It's our last free one. Like I said, I'm going to start charging. I'll put that all up on my social media. But it's basically going to be $2.50 a class, or £10 for the month. And then you can do as many classes as you want in that month. I will still probably try and keep this 11 o'clock free. But I don't know whether I'll be doing it live or doing a video, a recording. And I'll still try and do a couple of free things as well, to put on Instagram and Facebook for people that want to come and have a go. But there'll always be people like Yoga with Jess, yoga_with_Jess. She's doing some free stuff. There's Sakina from Brutal Impact Team. She's doing some free stuff. There's the Wellbeing Society. They're doing free stuff. Windmill Boxing Club is doing some free stuff. So there's lots of free stuff still going on if you don't want to pay. So take care. Hope you enjoyed that breathing. And like I said, it might be better to do it tonight when you're in bed. So take care. Bye-bye. I'll give everybody a wave.